Hello, this is Iron Bill back again with another video. Today I'm going to show you two different results, I guess I should say. I'm going to start with the score screen of the first result on Vostok. And, I really took it on the chin last night in terms of play and wasn't happy about the way the session ended. It was super sweaty, I guess is what you would say, but I was not very effective, and it made me feel like I'd really taken a lot of steps backwards. And it made me afraid to engage. And this match is a perfect example. There I am on the bottom of the leaderboard, least production. I have 5 zones captured. I'm playing the objective, and there is that, and it's going to pull my numbers down. And Warlock, I'm always a little bit lower on my Warlock than I am my other characters. That's true too, but I was not happy about my lack of engagement in this particular one. Vostok is a range map, and typically the fights are going to be, over B to C to A and so on and so forth, but there's quite a bit of open distance on it. So I put on the Jade Rabbit, which, if you're playing a 150 Scout, that means you kind of have to play back anyway because it's a range gun. Somebody jumps inside of that, you have a problem, and the only thing I have backing me up is a submachine gun, and I still have to back up. And if somebody, like for instance an Arc Titan running Juggernaut comes running at me, I've got a big problem. And it does happen. It did happen. So I decided on the next match after this one, I wasn't happy with this. I was going to engage more one way or the other. And so, as it happened, wound up right back on Vostok to play it again. So let's see how it goes. And I was checking to see if my friend was on. We're going to take A. I'm running the Ikelos that I rolled, and I did re-roll that. I put on perpetual motion on that. So as long as I'm moving, I'm getting a perk up on it. I just have to move a little bit. I see this guy here. We need to collapse on him. So I'm going to put the well down because I know he had one himself. And we just team fired this guy down. Now we've got another one here. We need to take care of him. He's getting the better of that one. I think it's Thorn. And I'm just not going to engage. There's no reason for me to go out there and take one more shot and die. He's going to come back. And he got thirsty. Now my team has moved on. So what do I do here? Do I stay here? Do I go to A? Do I go to B? I decided to back up and just wait a second to see if the enemy team would re-engage. I see that heavy is up and my team has died going for it. So I'm going to push this way and see if I can make something happen on that heavy. Now what I'm hoping for is that another enemy will go for it, but I'm in a bad spot because they've got 2 angles on me. I have a guy charging me and I have a guy firing on me from the tower. And I turn around and the guy who came charging at me with his conditional finality, well, you get the picture. Juggernaut Titan. Couldn't stop it, or could have stopped it if I hadn't died to a silly thing. So now I see that I'm going to wind up getting killed anyway, so I decide to work on the guy in front of me. The whole group is coming. So that's 1 in front of me and 4 behind me. I don't know where the 5th one is. I must have just rezzed before he came up. And I see that this match is going to turn into racing around taking zones as a team. So we've got 2 zones. I'm going to come back here because they're almost surely going to come for it. Pick up a kill here. Another one. And that's probably going to be it for now for them. Because apparently the team's on C. So I'm going to rotate over here and see if I can... Yeah. Apparently I only got a piece of that. I'm not very good with Jade Rabbit. I'm decent with Scouts typically, but for some reason this one just doesn't play well for me. I don't get it. Now, usually you can sit here and you can kind of sight both ways, but remember I decided to engage, so I'm going to work the angle over here. They can't see this coming. And it was the right call. Now I've got a guy right up here. He's not going anywhere with that. Let's move up and help take C. That guy jumped over. I'm going to, instead of just jumping right in there and jumping into a grenade, I'm just going to hold a little bit of distance, throw the well down here, which is going to enable my team to push a little bit because they've got the arc buddies. And this guy tries this stunt. That was never going to work. Come back, get a little bit more arc buddy. Heavy's up again. I'm going to try to defend it. Now watch, my teammate steps up here. He steps right into the trap. Now, this is what I hate about the Jade Rabbit. I'm a little too far out for Ikelos, a little too close for the Jade Rabbit. But he did turn around and face me, which was a mistake. I can't get a real good angle on this guy. There's two up there. I can see that I'm losing that fight. My teammates go up there. Child of the old gods, tossed down, but I'm just going to avoid it. I'm going to come on up here. We've got the zone. Going to come back to C. See if I can keep them from getting it. Which I really can't. But I've got my super now, and I'm thinking, all right. Push me and watch what happens. And he starts to do it. Unfortunately, he got a couple shots before I could do anything about it. So I'm sliding out of there. So I'm a smaller target instead of just running out. Didn't stop them from trying to make a move on B, but I want them to come in. I really want them to come for it. And they're going to grant my wish here. So they're behind me. And I don't play it very well. I've got to learn how to use that super. I'm not very good with any of them, actually. And I'm not liking that dot. And I almost get sucked into that super. Almost. And I know somebody's there. I know he's there. I can't see him, but I know he's there. I decided to toss a grenade, or actually, my teammate moves up there and smokes him out. I was about to toss a grenade. I think I saw somebody to the left there. I did. So we're going to go up and defend this. There are two. Now I've got to decide what to do. That's not going to get it. They're going to come for me. It's time to back out. The numbers aren't there. Then I back right into the line of fire of C. I mean, I just overstepped it. I decided to make a fight of it since I spawned here. My team apparently does not see the well behind them. I'm going to follow this super. It's the smart play because he's going to generate orbs. Help him with the kill. I know there's an orb up there I didn't get. I'm not going to stay for him to take that peek shot. Instead, I'm going to help take that. I see the orb up there. I also see Mr. Dot, Mr. Thorn. Try to put some heat on him. Get to that orb if I can. Knock that super out. Knock that guy out, and then I don't see the one behind me in time. And he fusions me. We got a pretty even match going here. And this is when it's best. This is when the game is fun. I just want to point out. Okay, I see that they're coming for it. I almost have my super. It's not going to take much. He's in there. And we just need to jump on him. He about got me with that, but it gave me my super. Now check it out. They're chasing me. Or are they willing? I think this is the play. Let's watch this a second. I'm just waiting. I have my super, and if they come up, we're going to go for it again. We got the heavy. I kill that in time to save some of it. Hear the jump to my right. Here it comes. Didn't quite finish him. He tosses a grenade. I think, okay, I'm going to re-engage. But now there are more marks on the radar. Pull that one down. This guy's coming in. I know he's just going to jug. But he's got that shotgun. At least he didn't shoulder charge me. I backed off of that, got above him. I just don't have an answer to that shotgun once he's that close. That's about as well as I could have played that. I got 1.5 of them. So, how'd the numbers go? Let's have a look. That was a close match. Always like to toss in a well done. And that was 5 of us, by the way. So, yeah. So my numbers were 25 opponents defeated, 3.57, 13 zone advantage kills, and that's the real story here. You know, kill-wise, yeah, we just pretty much dominated them. I don't know how they kept it as close as they did, other than the fact there were only 5 of us, and it just made it a little bit harder, but it took a little bit longer, but we did get the score. That was imbalanced, even though there were only 5 against 6 here. I guess I feel bad about that, but the match felt closer than it actually was, I suppose. Anyway, because of the way it felt, that felt like a good match. I felt like I engaged more. I made the choice to get in support. I tried to protect zones when I felt it was necessary to do that. It's always, especially in a map like that, or on a map like that, where everything's so spread apart, and there's such open sight lines, it's dangerous to move because somebody sniping, or you know, with Jade or something like that can make easy meat of you, and there are a lot of places to hide. So that always plays into my decision making on that particular map as well. That said, I did engage more. I produced more. I may not have captured as many zones, but the play was better, so I'm going to be happy with that. Anyway, much better than last night, that's for sure. Okay, so with that said, I want to thank you for watching. Tune in tomorrow. I'll probably have another video up, but with that, this is Iron Bill signing out.